Welcome to the Accessibility Guide channel. My name is Sean Jordison, and today we're doing episode 10 of making college PDFs accessible. In this week's episode, we're going to take a look at Clovis Community College. But before we get to that, please take a second to hit that like and subscribe button and share this video with your colleagues. I am trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. And with that said, let's jump right in. All right, the very first step is to visit Clovis Community College's website, and then using the search feature, we're simply going to search for PDF. And let's go ahead and get down here to 2022-2023 board reports. And let's see what we got for the latest board report, which appears to be July of 2023. Let's download this PDF and see what we have. Let's go ahead and review the tags of this 2-page document. Oh wow, this is the first one in 10 episodes that looks like it might be tagged. Let's jump in here and review it. So we have a document tag at the very top. That's awesome, great starting point. Then we have a couple of part tags. I don't love part tags, but they don't hinder accessibility. Same with this section tag. If I were to change anything so far, I would remove that part and section tag, but that's just my personal preference. At the very top, we have a Clovis Community College logo or a figure. Let's right click it and select properties and determine if they have any alt text, which they do. Clovis Community College logo. Excellent. Next up, we have a heading level 1, which is report to the Board of Trustees, SCCCD. Then we have a paragraph tag followed by H2, followed by a P tag. Nice. H2P tag, H2, P tag, H2, P tag. They did a good job at artifacting the decorative images in this document. Let's check out this extreme registration alt text. Perfect. H2. The links look tagged in here too. Very nice. This is so far one of the better documents I've seen. Good job, Clovis Community College. Let's keep going. We've got H2P tag, H2P, H2P, H2 followed by a list item. Killing it. Great work. H2P followed by some more P tags on the bottom. This makes me so happy. This is the first document I've come across in 10 episodes that I have a feeling I'm not going to have to do a lot of work to. With that said, let's continue our review. Let's go ahead and launch the accessibility button and then select accessibility check. And I can't believe it. This document looks to be accessible according to the built-in Adobe Acrobat accessibility checker. Let's check out the metadata. I'm going to select File, Properties, Description. Not too bad. They could put a little more work into the author, subject, and keywords, but it's not terrible, so this is great. We'll select OK. I'm going to now launch the PAC 2021 tool, and let's check this document for PDF UA compliance. OMG. It's a Christmas miracle. This document is PDF UA compliant and WCAG compliant. Should I look at another file? Because I've just never come across this before. This document gets a 10 out of 10 on the accessibility guy score for accessibility. Congratulations, Clovis Community College. You won 1 million internet accessibility points. Don't spend them all in one place, but I'm not letting you off the hook that easy. I'm going to try to find another document. So you may have pulled a fast one on me, but let's go ahead and find another PDF document. Would it be wrong of me to look up an old file? Probably. Let's sort by date. Madera Community College. Let's go ahead and download this. What is this? All right, page 1. Ooh, it's a 12-pager of a lot of tables. Let's go ahead and download this file. I really hope they put as much effort into this one. All right, here's step 1. Let's open up the tags panel. So that first document was fantastic, but this document needs some help. There are a lot of issues in this document. The first thing that I can tell is that it's riddled with P tags, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but what we need to do is ensure that this content is being read aloud correctly by the screen reader. And as it sits now, all of these little dots, the way that they're formatted, are going to be read aloud with the screen. Let's go ahead and launch JAWS really quick.
JAWS, Madeira Community.
And let's see
260.
how well this will read.
Clovis Community College 10309N. Phone link her 3.
I actually want to get down to the dots. That's what I'm trying to search for right now.
Clovis phone Armstrong DR Kim president AC1-260 5205.
So it's reading the ...
King Leslie executive assistant to the president AC1-260 5205. Front desk AC1-260 5530.
So that's one of those things that it's just kind of annoying. So if it were me, I would want this to be read without all of the dots personally. But honestly, this might be a case where it would be faster to take it over to Microsoft Word and recreate it, removing all of the dots. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to have to hand tag every single one of these elements, which is just going to be a real pain. So let's go ahead and reformat this. I'm going to take this a step above and beyond, and we're going to take it into Microsoft Word and try to fix it that way. Let me close JAWS first, though.
JAWS Home Taskbar.
All right, now there's a lot of different ways you can convert this file to a Microsoft Word document. For this case, I'm going to select File, Export to Microsoft Word. Oh, and look at this beauty. It came right over into Microsoft Word. Now the problem is it riddled with text boxes, or is this just a random? So text boxes typically aren't read by the screen reader, which is just going to cause like a little more work in the PDF. But the main thing that I would like to get rid of actually is the use of the dots. So let's see what we can do to have this read a little more appropriately. What's interesting is it appears that there's some level of headings applied in here. So I'm wondering if maybe the PDF just was generated poorly, because what they have in here is not like terrible, minus the dots. The dots are kind of terrible. So if this were me, I would make this like a heading level 1. We're just going to select update to match. And then this would be a heading level 2, which I'm going to update to match. Is this font? Interesting. Oh, and that is a heading. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we should make the college a heading level 1. And then we'll make president and these other things a heading level 2. What is with this phone number? It's got... All right. I'm distracting myself. So we're going to make Clovis Community College at the top here a heading level 1, which it is. And then we're also going to make the campus a heading level 1. Presidents will be a heading level 2. And that means our other areas will also be heading level 2s. But let's check out this phone number. So the phone number is currently marked as a heading level 6 for some reason. We're going to go ahead and remove the formatting on that. Let's make it normal and centered. There's no reason that needs to be a heading level 6. Institutional research, heading level 2, and then the phone number again is a heading level 6. We're going to remove that and then center it. And let's do the same for this one. Normal, center, normal, center. And I'm just trying to look at page 1 right now. So there's a couple of different things we can do. It kind of makes sense to me to put this content in a table, because right now the dots are being read and it's really annoying. And I can't help but feel like, you know, it would be more efficient to have a table here. So I'm going to go with my gut and let's insert a table. We want 3 columns and in this case, 4 rows. And we're going to put name at the top and let's say location and extension. We can center this. And then let's go to table design. We have header row. And I'm going to deselect first column, and then let's apply a very basic style to this. And we're going to cut and paste. So this is going to be a little tedious, but again, I feel like it makes sense to get rid of all of those dots, because right now they're all going to be read aloud. So this is going to take me a little while to convert all of this material. So I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. All right, we've got that first table done. So now I can delete out all of the dots. And I'm also deleting out this blank space. And we're going to just do the same thing. So I'm going to copy my accessible table by selecting Control C on the keyboard. And after the phone number here, I'm just gonna paste it. And let's add in a return just to get a little bit of space in there. And we're basically going to do the same thing. So I'm going to cut and paste all of these names and locations into the right spot. All right, second table done. Let's delete the blank dots. I'm also going to change the color back to black. And let's do the next one. So we've got public information, the phone number. I'm going to paste in my table, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy and paste. And in the future, for those of you who are creating documents, please don't use a bunch of dots. It's really annoying for a screen reader user to have to listen to all of those dots. And to be honest, I feel like it makes the document not look very good. That's just my opinion. We need a couple more rows here. All right, let's go ahead and change the font over to black, and then we can delete out all the dots. All right, I gotta be honest, I don't wanna do the rest of this document, so I'm gonna delete the content after this because it's just repeating. It's gonna be the same thing. I need to create a table, paste the contents in there, and so on. And this is a 16-page document of just that same process over and over and over. So for now, we're gonna delete it out and have just a single page document, just so we can get this full process down. The next phase of this is going to be to create the PDF. So I'm going to select the Acrobat toolbar, select Create PDF. We will save our file. And it's important that you use the built-in Acrobat toolbar to create your PDF, or as we learned in the other file, the formatting won't be carried over appropriately. So let's go ahead and start this from the top. Let's check out the tags panel. And it looks like I have some funny formatting in here. But instead of trying to fix it in Word, I'm just gonna take it at face value here. So we have a couple of blank P tags followed by this path tag that came in through that text box object. So I'm gonna select each one of these containers, hold the control key, right click, and select change tag to artifact and select page. And then I'm going to delete some of this content out. I'm going to move my H1 tag out of that art tag so we can delete it. And here we go. We've got a H1, which is perfect. We've got a P tag H6. We're gonna change that to a P tag. We have another P tag. We have a blank P tag, which I am going to change tag to artifact, delete the blank P tag. We then have Herndon campus. Now I left this as an H1 earlier because I assumed there would have been more campuses. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it for now because there's not a rule that you can't have two H1s. It's not ideal, but let's leave it for now. We have a P tag, H2, and then we have our table with our table rows, which have appropriate table header cells, followed by the other rows, which in my opinion look really good. Let's find the remainder of these blank P tags. So I'm just walking the tags panel and expanding where I see the blank P tags. And then I'm gonna hold my control key in the tags panel and select each one of them, right click, change tag to artifact, select page, and then I could delete the blank P tags out. And let's keep going. We have our heading level 2 institutional research, our P tag, followed by a properly formatted table that has 4 rows, including our header row. Public information is going to be H2, phone number, table with our table rows again. It appears to be properly formatted to me. Let's go ahead and run the accessibility checker though. And our tables are missing summaries and tab order failed. So let's go ahead and fix this tab order failed option. I'm going to right click the error and select fix. And that's it. That one's really easy to fix. Next up, we have summary failed. So this is a specific Adobe Acrobat check. It actually has no bearing on the accessibility. So to fix it, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna select the reading order tool, and then I'm going to right click inside of my table and select edit table summary. And this can't be accessed with a screen reader. So I'm just gonna type in president information and select OK. We're gonna do the same on the next table, right click, edit table summary, institutional research information. Select OK. And then we've got another public information. Right click, edit table summary, public information summary, and select OK. Then select close. Now we can right click again and select check again in the error panel of the accessibility checker. And now it passes. Let's go ahead and save this file, and let's open up the pack checker and drop it in there. We have a couple of failures. First one is role mapping, which tells me that there's something funny with the tags. I bet it's the title attribute. So I'm gonna go to my tags panel, right click anywhere in there, and then I'm going to select edit role map. Let's open up the roles. Wow, why are there so many roles in here? I'm going to delete all of them, though this might mess things up. How interesting. The annoying part of this is the sound, but also the fact that I have to do this one at a time. So I have no idea how these even all got in there. It was probably somewhere from the original document. Oof, now it changed all of those tags from within my document. So I'm gonna hold my control key and expand the document tag, and I need to actually come in here and select all of these strange tags and change them to the appropriate P tag. So this is gonna be a little challenging. We've got body texts, we've got, I guess I should do one at a time. Is it like this? This is so strange. I'm selecting body text and normal. This is so bizarre to me that this. I have no idea how this happened. In the comments section, if you have any idea, please let me know. I'd love to figure out why all these strange tags are coming through. So I'm just holding my control key and I'm selecting each one of these tags. I assume they set up some weird styles in Word, or they were using like an older version of Word, or maybe it was even from InDesign and they sent us to somebody and then that person converted it to Word before taking it into PDF. I don't know, it's very strange. Let's select all of those and we're gonna change it to P. And then I gotta go back to the top and let's find these other ones. Underline, this one can just be artifacted. Heading level 1. It's so strange that it's like spelled out like that. So I'm putting in the correct tag, which in a lot of cases is just P tag or H2. The downside is I have to go through every one of these. So these underline ones, I'm going to change to span, and we're going to go through every line of content. P tag H2. All right, luckily I got a lot of them. Here's a heading 2 that needs to change to an H2, which is strange too because heading 2 technically should be correct, but PDF likes to have its tag structure like really specific. And so if you have the whole thing spelled out there, it's not going to work. Watch me do all this work though, and then the pack tool is going to be like, surprise. This is also a good reason as to why you don't stop at the Adobe Acrobat checker, because really it's useless, and please don't ever rely on it. All right, let's select save, and let's try this out again in the pack tool. All right, that was a lot of work to get rid of a one error in the role mapping. These next two are really easy to fix, alt descriptions and metadata. They're both done in the pre-flight menu. So I'm gonna open up print production, then select pre-flight. Then using the wrench icon, I'm going to search for annotation. And this option here, create content entry for link annotations. We'll fix that first one. Let's save the file. And then the next one we need to fix is gonna be the PDF UA end. So we launch pre-flight, select the single wrench icon, search UA, and right here we have set PDF UA 1 entry and select fix, then select save. And we should now have a passing pack report, and we do. So that second document that we reviewed, unfortunately, is going to get a 2 out of 10 for the accessibility guys score of document accessibility. There was a lot of work that could have been avoided by simply applying some accessibility best practices, which you can check out in some of my other videos. If you want to find out how I can help you get accessible, check out the link in the description of this video. And if you made it all the way to the end, please take a second to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.